why we need to install PostgreSQL or create our database? Why we need to install the software or create your first database? Or what is a database?
Collection of data.
Collection of data. And see, we have discussed this on day one, I think. For example, in a 3-tier web application, in the front end, www.whateverwebsite.com, you enter your username and you enter your password. You click on sign in. The request will go to the middleware. Middleware is where your code is written, not the data, just the logic. Right? People use Java, .NET, Python, whatever it is. And since the code doesn't hold the data is stored in the form of table in your database. Let us say this is your database, and inside the database I have a table. Let us say this is my table called users, where actual data is stored. This is the username, this is the password. When I enter the username, when I enter the password, when I click on sign in, the request will go to the middleware. Since the middleware doesn't hold the data, the request is forwarded to the application, forwarded to the database to cross-verify if this a comma x exists or not. This data is actually stored in the form of a table. This is your table. Let us say the table name, yeah, I already written, users. And the database name, let us say you put the name as bank. This is the database name. Database is a collection of tables. What is a table? That stores information. Here, the table users is storing the information of users for this particular bank. If a comma x exists, it will return a positive reply that yes, the user exists. Then he is taken to the next page. If the user does not exist, he'll send a negative reply. User does not exist. Then he will be thrown an error message. What is the error message? User does not exist something, or password did not match, whatever. Let's say I will put b comma y here. I will put b and y. Is b and y exist in my table? From what you see on screen? Yes, no, maybe. Hello. Hello.
Can you repeat your question?
I mean, I entered username as B, password as X. I clicked on submit. Is this B comma X exist in my table? From what you see on screen. From what you see on screen.
No. B, I don't see. I see A comma I and X, but I don't see B over there.
Right. You have only one record, A. Username A, whose password is X. You don't have any record B comma Y. Which means when I click on submit, I'll get an error message that user does not exist in my table. Right? For my application to work, I need to store some data. The data gets stored in the form of table. To create the table, I need a database. So first I need to create the database, then inside the database, I'll create a table. To create the database, I need a database software. So in my computer, I will first install the database software. Then I'll create my first database. Inside the database, I'll create my first table. Is this clear?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Now, first thing first, what is the software? Right? It's an application that runs in your computer, does some or the other work. I used the same example the last day. I'll use the same example now. Let us say you wanted to create a resume, right? You wanted to create a resume. What do you do? To create a resume, you need a document-related software. You'll get that using the MS Office. So the first thing that you'll do is download MS Office from internet. What's the second thing you do? You install it. When you install it, it will go to this location. See, program files. Inside the program files, you will have the software name. Inside the software name, you will have bin. Inside bin, you will have your word.exe. Step, you invoke word.exe to create your resume. I have created my resume. Let us say my resume name, or let's say I created. Next, what I need to do, I need to save it. Where do you save it? You will definitely not save it in C program files, inside program files, MS Office, inside MS Office bin, inside bin, myname.doc. You will not do that. Then what you do? D mydoc / myresume.doc. So this is what we do. Not only with this software, you take any software you use in your computer, you follow the same fundamental rule. For example, you wanted to create a photo collage. You need a Picasa software for that. Download Picasa from internet. Next, finish. It will go to C, program files. Inside program files, software name Picasa. Inside software name, tool name Picasa.exe. Invoke this, it will ask you to enter 2 images. I enter 2 images, it will club them. It will ask you to save it. Where you'll save it? You'll definitely not save it in this location. Instead, you'll save it in D mypics / abc.jpg, whatever. You install your VLC player in your C drive. You put your favorite movie .mp4 in your D drive. Right? Any software you work with in your computer, you follow the same rule. Any question here?
No.
And your Postgres is no exception. Postgres is just like any other software. You install it in your computer to create your databases. That's it. Nothing much. So what we'll do, we'll try to install our first PostgreSQL. Compared to the above steps, what are the things that I needed? One, download the software. Two, install it. Three, decide the location for your database. Create your database. That's it. Right? Download the software from internet, install it. Once installing the software is completed, why we are installing the software? To create our first database. So to create your database, you need to provide the database location. So first decide the location where you want to put your database files. Then you create your first database. What I'll do, I'll come here, download Postgres. Go here. This is the official site to download your database software. This is your official site. The first step, what I'll do, download software. No, leave it. Let's directly jump here. I need to choose the operating system type. then flavor. What I'm currently using is Red Hat. So I'll go to downloads. In the downloads, choose your operating system type, Windows or Linux. In the Linux, you have many flavors. I choose this flavor because I'm running this mission. Come down, version of your operating system, CPU architecture, what version you wanted to install. I wanted to install PostgreSQL 18, and I've got the script. Copy the script, paste it here. These are the commands that you need to install the software and create your first database. I'll come here. Right. I will do. I will first download repository file. So copy this, paste, enter. We will again go through all these things later. What is DNF, what it is doing, and all that stuff. So this is like you download a file, something called this one, pgdg Red Hat repo. I'll go up. You don't have that pgdg Red Hat repo. You have all the other files. I don't know what all these files are, but I want this one. Let me check if the file came here. Got the file. The second one is this command. What this does, it will install the software for you. Download and install. Point here. Let us say you wanted to install VLC player. What do you do? Anyone? Or any software, in fact. You wanted to install some software. Let's say Firefox or Chrome browser or VLC player or Adobe Premiere Pro. Whatever the software. Anyone? Anyone tried installing anything in your computer?
We usually download the installer, and then after installer, then we run. That makes the complete the installation and the setup also.
From where you download the installer?
From the website, if suppose I'm want to install Google Chrome, so I download Google Chrome installer from the Google site, and then that do everything for us, like download the software and then installation.
How do you reach to that particular website?
Usually search in the Google.
Right, you will search in Google. Let's say I wanted to install VLC player. I'll open search engine, VLC player, download, enter. It will take you to VLC player official website. There you'll see download button. You double click on that. It will install for you. Correct?
Yes.
In Linux, if you want to do that, let us say this one, DNF install the software name. How do it know that it has to go to a particular website to download the software? Right? That will be there here in this location. You have something called .repo files. So generally what I'll do when I do something like this, DNF install Chrome, what it will do is it will open this file. Look out for this Chrome software in all the locations mentioned in this file. If it is not there, it will go here. If it is not there, it will go here. So it will navigate to all the files to find that particular website where Chrome is there. I will open this pgdg Red Hat repo all. base URL. What is the URL? download.postgresql.org. So this is the location you will see the PostgreSQL files. Go get it. So that is what I'm telling my Linux. If I don't have this file, what it will do is it will open this. Obviously, the location is not there. It will open this, not there, not there. After reading all these things, it will throw you error message that I don't find the software in any of the locations provided. It will not search whole internet. It will just search the URLs given in these files only. So that is the reason why I first downloaded the repository file where the URLs will be there for Postgres. It has downloaded this. Inside that, I have the location where the software is residing. What's the next step I need to do? Next step is just run this. What it will do, it will download the software from internet and install at the same time, both at a time. Software has been installed successfully. Upon successful installation, what I need to do, I need to go to program files. So I'll go to program files. Inside program files, I have the software name. Inside software name, I have bin. Inside bin, I have all the tools available. This is the location where the software got installed, and these are all the tools for that particular software. What is the software we installed? We installed database software, right? So each tool does one or the other activity. Out of all these tools, you have one tool called initdb. This is used to create your first database. What this does? Download and install the software. I have successfully installed. The location is this. Any questions here from anyone?
No.
Right. After installing the software, what I need to do? Download the software, install it. Next is I need to decide the location to put my database files. That means to put the tables, those tables, whatever the table that we need to create. For that, what I will do, create the location, use 01. That assume that it is a D drive. Just I'm creating a D drive. And I'm making Postgres as an owner for this D drive. We will be having a separate user, not an administrator user, to manage Postgres software. We manage it with a normal user. So first we need to create the normal user, and then we assign the full privileges on my D drive to the normal user. So run this, copy, paste, done. Then I will go to my Postgres user. This is like switching to your normal user from the root user. This is like decide the parent location or D drive. And this is like make Postgres user as owner for D drive. And then switch to Postgres user. Now you're no longer a what do you call system admin user. Next, what I need to do, I need to create my first database. So the command goes something like this: usr psql bin initdb -d. That means provide me the location to put my database. U01 pgsql 18. So this is the location I have decided. Database software or database has been initialized successfully. I need to start it. So let me start. Started. So what is this command? Create your first database cluster. And what is this command? Start your first database cluster. And to log in, go to this location. You have a tool called psql. I have logged into my first database cluster. What is the cluster? Group of Postgres databases under one instance. By default, you have 3 databases. The database names are Postgres, template 0, and template 1. We will not use any of these databases for our application. We'll create a separate database and then we'll start using that for our application. Any questions so far in this?
Yeah, Kumar. So my question is, hello, am I?
One second. Let me mute everyone else. Go ahead.
How many databases can be?
Hello.
Guys, please mute yourself, everyone. Yeah. Somebody has some question. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Madhusudan.
Yeah. So what will happen if I drop template 0 and template 1 default database?
Template 0, you cannot drop. Template 1, if you drop it, you need to recreate it. That's it. You cannot drop template 0. Drop database template 0. So those are the template databases, kind of what you call source databases for creating new databases. You cannot drop them. We just leave these 3 databases alone in the real time.
Template 0 we can't change, right? Modify, but template 1 we can add our own scripts and yeah.
Correct. You can do whatever you want with template 1. Once you mess up with your template 1, you just drop and recreate it.
But let's say while creating a new database, I want to copy of template 1. What is the syntax? Create database?
No, default. Template 1 is the default database for creating new databases.
Don't need to mention anything. Okay.
No need to mention anything. Template 1 is the
whenever we create a new database, by default is going to take all the scripts from the template 1.
Perfect.
Okay. So all the basic configurations you want in your database can be provided to template 0 as your template, right?
No, not that way. So it is something like this. The configuration settings will reside in a centralized location elsewhere, not in any of these 3 databases. It is just like a template for new database. with just a default settings. End of the day, all the 3 existing databases and whatever the database you create in future, they take the settings from a different place. For example, this is the location where I installed the software. You have something called .conf. This is where settings will reside.
Okay. My intention in asking that question was, let's say if I want every new database that I create to be of 1 GB in minimum size, right? Or that database should have these basic type of table structures, right? If I want that thing, can I create my template 0 with that thing, so that every new database I create takes the template of 0 and creates with all this? You understand my question?
I understood your question, but Postgres will not work in that way. For example,
okay, got it.
For example, assume this. My intention is to create 4 databases, and each database should have certain schemas. Schema 1, schema 1. This. All 4 databases should have same schema set of tables, same set of tables. For example, instead of creating 4 individual databases and running all the scripts separately in those 4 individual databases, I'll just dump everything in template 1 time, and then clone template 1 to 4 databases.
The toast is going to be
multiple toasts.
Oh, toast going to be multiple, or depend? Oh, the column map, right? I mean, for every column there will be 1 toast. Okay.
Correct. And the rest of the guys, please ignore all these things.
Sorry. Okay.
Kumar, no. So we are creating some directory to place the database whenever we create. So for example, if we have some 10 databases in one cluster, so how many files will be created, and for all those databases only one val file, and
everything will go here. This is the parent location. So all the databases, let's say -ef, Postgres. We'll copy this very big line. We'll put it here. Go to the right-hand side section of -t. Inside this, I have a base. So this is your dump. All the databases will go here.
Okay. So for in production server, if we are going to create and go in live, so is that mandatory that we should have separate drives like C drive, D drive? How in Linux that it will be performed?
Not the discussion point for today, at least. Offline, please.
Okay, then thanks.
Yeah. Now let me compare this with here. Copy, put it here. Copy, put it here. This is the installation location. This is my database location. In the same way, this is your installation location. This is your database files location. So I'll go to this location, cd/lsfnlrt. I have all the tools. And I'll go to this location, cd -lrt. I have all the files and folders. Your goal is to understand each and every tool that is listed here and each and every file or a folder that is listed here. That's it. For example, what is this folder? This folder contains your tables. What is this folder? This folder contains your transaction logs. What is this file? This file is a configuration file where you define your settings. What is this file? This file is your authentication related file. If external connection needs authentication, I need to edit this file. Right? What if this folder is gone? I can't access my tables. What if this folder is gone? My transaction logs are gone. Something like that. So the next 40 days, we are going to understand each and every tool each and every file and a folder one by one. Clear? Right. Now what I will do, let's say I have created my database. I'll come here. This is my application. This is my database server I have created. I have three databases, database A, database B, and database C. Now my application needs to connect to my database. This is operating system barrier. This is watchman for your database. He has some rule book that will help him whether he can connect the application to database or not. So this guy wanted to reach your database. I entered A comma X. I click on sign in, reached here. Now this guy wanted to reach. He stopped here. First. This is your port. Now I open the port 432. That is the gateway. Once the port is open, he will reach this watchman. What he will tell? I wanted to connect to database A. He will have a rule book. If the connection is for database A, allow him. If the connection is for database B, don't allow. That's the rule. What he will do? He wanted to connect to A, right? He will allow him to connect to A. If he say I wanted to connect to B, the connection is rejected. There are three levels of things will happen. One is operating system level barrier, that is firewall. Second is whether this guy is sleeping or he is wake up. Third is what rule book says. Is there any restrictions in the rule book? Now what I will do, exit. I will try to connect to my database from the GUI tool. The GUI tool, we call it as pgAdmin. I will go here. Postgres.
One question, Kumar. Like,
No.
let's say-
We'll take questions later.
Okay.
I have a lot to discuss. 192.168. What is the IP address? ifconfig 131. So I'll come here. Name, I will put 8:30 p.m. Whatever. Host name, Postgres. And I will put save. We have three barriers now. Firewall, operating system level barrier, that watchman barrier, his rulebook barrier. Unable to connect. So I will resolve all the three one by one. Directly, system ETL stop firewall D. I'm stopping the firewall. That means open all the doors. Now, U01 pgsql 18. Open the configuration file. We'll again do this later. So don't worry about these things. I'm just putting star here. Instead of local machine, you listen to everyone. And then instead of taking connection requests from local machine, take the connection requests from everyone. 0000/0 means everyone. Save. Restart. -d user1 pgsql 18. Perfect. Restarted. Now I will come here. Try again. Connect. What is this? Postgres. Yep. Connected. I have 3 databases. Postgres, template 0 and template 1. I'll connect it to my Postgres database. Select R from employee. What happened? Relation does not exist. Connect. I don't have any tables. So let me create one table here. Create table employee ID int, salary int.
Kumar, can you create one column name with having the data type binary? Sorry, byte? Is that possible?
We'll do that later. Wait.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Right here. I got the table created. Insert into employee values 100. Come here and check. Select the star from employee. Got the data? Any questions here?
Hi Kumar, why we are seeing like only Postgres database? Like, what about the template 0 and template 1?
Custom database, right?
Yes.
I will create one more database. Create database B. Where is refresh? Database B. Right. Now, what we have done? Create our first database, database cluster, and then connect from psql, and then connect from pgAdmin. Is this clear?
Yes.
Right. Now what we'll do, yeah. Again, I will come here. My application, let's say barrier. This is my database. And the user who is controlling this database is, let's say, Postgres. And the database name is Postgres. The machine name is 192.168.43.131 probably. So what else is there? Password and then port. What is the port? 5432. Right. So you call this as a connection string. What is a connection string? What is this? Consists of username, password, database name, host, and port. How many of you are aware of connection string?
Do we have to mention password in clear text here?
Perfect. Password we will mention in clear text. If you need to mention it, there are different ways that we avoid it. So current discussion is not about password thing. By default, it will not ask me any password. So even if I provide the wrong password, it will accept it. We will mention it in a clear text format only.
Even for special characters, one
What is special characters?
like
Yeah,
underscore at like hyphen greater
correct.
than that.
Yeah, yes. I mean, we will just paste the password as it is. Right. Now, what I will do, connect from pgAdmin, right? Yep. I will come here. This is completed. Whatever. I will do it again.
Kumar, sorry to interrupt you in between.
Right.
Is this demo is available after this class is finished, or it's not?
It is available. It will be available. Yes.
Okay. Thank
Right. Now let me start one application. So what I'll do, I'm starting my application. Anyone who have attended day before yesterday or the first session? Anyone attended the first session? Okay. Is my application started?
States like omitted or
It
It
says
doesn't
it
seem like
failed.
it.
Application unfailed.
Application not started. Why not start? Why it did not start?
It says could not obtain connection to method.
Was the error? Anyone?
Database
It's
sample bank does not exist.
Database not exist. Sample.
Right. It says my database does not exist. You come here, log in. How many databases I have? I have one Postgres, template 0, template 1, and then database B, but I don't have sample bank. Let me create a sample bank. Create database, sample bank. I have created my database. Now let me start my application again. Started now? Application started. Clear? Yes, no, maybe? Hello?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
it started.
Yes, it started. So let me go to my website. Website name 192, 168. What is the IP address? ifconfig 131. 131, yeah. Perfect. My application is started. What is the first thing that I need to do? First, I need to register, right, as a user. Then I will do payments. I will register as user1. Let's say username user1@gmail.com, and then password. What is the password? User1. I will click on register. And what is this? Registered successfully?
Application installed, not
Not registered, right? What is the problem?
application services or this not started.
What is the problem? The problem is here.
Users doesn't exist.
Yeah. So to register, I mean, whenever someone registers from the application, data gets stored in your table inside your database. So my database was not there. I created my database. Then it is asking me to provide the table name so that I will put your data over there. So your application team will give you the create table syntax for your users. What I'll do, I will come here, ls-lrt. This is my create table syntax for users. Create table, table name, and certain columns, whatever. SQL -d sample bank. Put this script in your sample bank. Table got created successfully. Now let me try login. /dt. Yeah, I got the table. Select start from. Yeah, nothing is there. Let me start my application again. Started, right? It started. So I'll come here. Username is user1. user1@gmail.com. User1. Register. Yeah, successfully registered. I will log in. User1. User1. What it says? Transfer money. But before that, let me check if the data came here. I got the data. I will try to put user2. Send some 500 rupees. Again, what is the problem?
The user doesn't accept.
There is some problem. I will come here. It says transfer money function does not exist or the logic is missing. What I will do, I will stop the application, come here, execute my transactions as well. psql -d sample bank -f. My application team gave me the script, so I have executed that. Again, user1, no, login, right? Login, user1, password is user1. Connection error. What is the problem? Oh, application not started. Try again. Enter user2, amount 500. So what is the problem? Receiver not found. User2 does not exist. Register user2 user2@gmail.com, user2. Again here, perfect. Login, user1, user1, user2. Let me put 200, 800, and user2 should get 1200. Log off, user2, 1200, perfect. So what are the different errors we got? We got error something related to database does not exist, user does not exist, and then logic does not exist, or logic related function does not exist. So there are certain errors we got. Now I will come here, select count or start from transactions. What is this transaction? We just sent some 200 rupees from one user to another user. From user 2 to user 3, we sent some 200 rupees. Now the question is, if I lose this table users, what will happen? Can I be able to log in? Question to everyone. If I lose that table users, can I be able to log in?
No, the user's information will be lost.
They will not get authenticated, so you'll not be able to log in.
Yeah, they will not get authenticated. They will not log in. And this is, and as I said the other day, for freshers, what I'll just do is I'll simply send this error message, and you have to log into my Aurora instance and get the problem and give me the reply. So that is how it is going to work in the next 40 days, right? I will also behind the scenes mess up with my database also. You have to try to find the solution, have to apply all those things. That's the secondary thing. Now, what if I wanted to have, let us say, 500 transactions at a time? Now I want 500 transactions. I'm testing something. I want 500 transactions. You got it? Hello. Got the problem statement, everyone? The problem statement is I immediately want 500 transactions.
You cannot get until somebody initiates a connection, right?
Correct. So how do I get it? I have to log in as a user 1, make transaction, user 2, make transaction, do it repeatedly for 500 times. Correct?
Yes.
Right. Now what I'll do, I have a Python script that does this job for me. What I'll do, Python, run it, hyphen, not hyphen, let me put enter. What it says, hyphen count. Okay. Hyphen count. Let's say I'll put 100. Inserted some 100 transactions. Let me check. Select count of 1 from my table name, and the table is in my database -d sample bank. Yeah, I got some 100 transactions. Let me put some 500 inserted. Let me check. Yeah, 600 transactions. All those are some sample transactions, maybe. Yeah, whatever, 100 rupees here and there. Now what I'll do, how many databases I have? How many databases I have?
2 user databases and 3
Yeah, 5 databases. And to get the size of those databases, I need to do /l plus. When I do l plus, I've got 700 KB, 700 KB, 800 KB, 700 KB, 700 KB. So all those are in MB, 7 MB or whatever. Right? Those are the sizes of the databases. Now what I'll do, I have another script. This one, let me run this. Python mail.py. Database B is of size this much. Postgres is of size this much. Sample bank is of size this much. I will log in, create a database. Database A, then create database A100. Let me check again. So I have A and A100. What I'm doing is, no.
Kumar, is that the
Minutes.
transactions.py is something, the code that you manually written?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. pgbench -i initialize, let's say 10 in database A. That means -s. I'm creating some dummy data. psql /l plus A. What is the size of A now? A database?
157
MB.
Now let me run this. What's the change happened compared to previously? Compared to previous output, this output, what is the extra thing that came now?
Alert email sent to user.
Warning, A is over 100 MB. So I have decided 100 MB as a breakpoint or a threshold point for me, right? If the database size exceeds certain amount of size, I should be worried, or I should start worrying, right? Because my hard disk is just a 2 terabyte hard disk. I will check whether I got a mail or not.
While creating a database, you mentioned the limit of 100 MB.
Sorry?
While creating a database A, have you mentioned the size, the limit?
No. Every time you create a database, it starts with 0. By default, you'll get some metadata of 567 MB, something like that. Now you start inserting the data, your size grows, right? And this is the script. This is the script I simulated. This is the script I simulated to create dummy tables with some random data. And this helped me database size exceed over 100 MB.
Correct. But why the 100 MB is the threshold, the question?
No, I mentioned that in my script.
Oh, okay. Your logic is checking.
My logic. Warning threshold is 100 MB.
Okay, okay.
So now what we have done, I immediately wanted a certain amount of transactions, and I wanted to get mail after certain amount of size 3 every single day. So both of these things are an automated things. I use Python. Right. Now, clear. Let's summarize whatever the things that we learned so far. Is there anything else application we have connected? Right. I still need 10 minutes. Let me quickly summarize whatever we learned so far. The first thing is, what's the database? Database, organized collection of tables, whatever it is. A table is the entity that stores your data, right? Your application needs to connect to your database, and you get the data from your table. If your table is missing, you'll get an error message, something like this. User does not exist. This is the entry barrier 432, the port. And after connecting, you will have your database level barrier, that is watchman is sleeping or watchman is not allowing you to connect. This is what we did. Enter the username and password. I got the error message. Database does not exist. When someone accidentally drops your database, what you need to do? You need to restore your database from your backup piece. User does not exist. And then your transactions does not exist. I have a user. I am a registered user, but all of a sudden I could not log in. Maybe someone has deleted the user information in this table. What do you need to do? You need to do some kind of point in time recovery, whatever it is. Right? Various error messages throughout the application lifecycle. Now what I will do, open this. Anything else that we need to discuss more? Right.